as well. I bet they sold out of hormone patches down the road. But you can't get one for 5 miles. He used to be in a boy band. He then went solo and conquered the world. He is Robbie Williams, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. It's the Robbie McWilliams. Robbie is going to have a chat, and he's going to perform not one but 2 special tracks for us this evening. Robbie Williams! OK, well, we'll get to him if we have time later on. Now, so I've got some things I want to chat about first. A man in Switzerland was recently stopped by police and... Here he is, it's Robbie Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
If you stay with me, girl, we can rule the world. Light up the sky, we can rule the
Thank you. Wow, that's a lovely reaction, isn't it?
Yeah! Thank you so much.
That's a lovely reaction.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
You know, it's interesting because that love for you doesn't wane. It doesn't go away, does it? And you were gone for a few years, you came back, and then you were gone again, and you come back, and it's like they're still crazy for you. It must be a lovely feeling. Are you surprised ever at the support you get here?
You know, ever since we were in Take That, we've always been expecting...
Can I just stop you there? When he says we, he doesn't mean we, obviously. I mean, I wish I was part of that history.
No,
but...
I've been seeing the lads a lot, so they're on my mind. But, you know, I've always gone, right, is it this Christmas or is it this Christmas that they're going to go? And, you know, and people kind of
that you're going to lose that support?
Yeah.
You're gonna lose that.
Yeah, and then when Rude Box came and it got panned and it didn't do that great, it was a bit, oh, now's the time and here's your golden clock and off you go and thank you very much.
Did it upset you? Did it worry you? Did it trouble you, that feeling?
It was a mixture, really. I was kind of... there was a weird sense of relief that stuff didn't have to be that massive anymore.
So interesting you say a sort of relief, because certainly anyone who's in the public eye, there's a certain level of trying to keep doing what you do. And there's a need and an expectation that your fans have of you. They want you to be Robbie kind of all the time. And although you are Robbie, you're not the public Robbie necessarily all the time. And that must take its toll, I guess. So I guess, was that the relief, the fact that you thought, OK, I can relax from being public Robbie for a while, I don't have to deliver this, I don't have to be who they want me to be, even though you like it when people love you?
Yeah, I think kind of the decision was made for me, really. You know, I went on tour and you know, I managed, luckily, you know, gratefully, sold 3.6 million tickets for this tour. And towards the middle and towards the end, I just developed this stage fright. And I've always been very nervous, you know, very incredibly nervous before coming on here tonight. I haven't done anything for 3 years, so, you know...
I could sense your nerves, and I'm really cool you're coming. But I'm always amazed when I hear it, because when you're on stage, you command the stage with what seems like such ease and confidence.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going on in my head.
And what is the fear? What is the nerves about?
Well, you know, sometimes it's 80,000 people, and then...
well, when you put it that way...
No, but, you know, sometimes it's 80,000 people, and then it's like Russian roulette. Some days you wake up and it's like, there's 80,000 people out there. And it is quite an unnatural thing to do. And, you know, a lot of the time, when I get up on stage, I am very relaxed and I just get through it. And then something comes over me and I don't know what it is, you know, like, when I come on stage, the nerves go. And then all of a sudden, on this last tour, the nerves stayed with me. And, you know, when you're doing 2 hours in front of an audience like that and you feel that way inside, it's traumatic. It's really, really scary. And, you know, and then I kind of ended up in rehab again, and there's like a a circle appear, and you know you come out, you put an album out, you go, hey, you're thin. At the end of the promo, you're a bit fat. You go on tour, you like it for a bit, then you get nervous, then you go rehab. And I thought, it's time to break
Bobby,
the cycle.
there's one step before, in between getting nervous and going to rehab, and that's the drugs, of course. It's not like,
Yeah.
you know what, I don't like... And that's the...
You say that.
But that's the thing, and that's the thing, he's trying to keep something going in keep some sort of equilibrium or state of control in which you don't then fall into that. It's obviously a tempting thing, and it's I guess, a short-term solution to the problems you're facing. And how do you avoid that now? How do you think you can move forward without getting into that situation?
It's always when there's pressure, always something comes, and I've kind of taken the pressure off myself now.
How have you done that?
Well, it's a part-time gig these days, really. You know,
well, that's very sensible. That's very sensible.
You know, and I've got the missus, and she keeps me very grounded, and you know, it's kind of there's no need to take myself out of my mind anymore because I've got somebody that I love with me, and you know, and well, you know.
They called her on camera. So now this young lady in your life, she's an American lady. When did you meet her?
Yeah, but don't hold that against her. She's really cool.
No, I like Americans, don't worry. But when did you meet her? And this is something, obviously, you've been looking for the right person, and she seems...
Well, I wasn't, that's the thing. You know, in the middle of my 20s, I was kind of after a maid that would look after me and fix me, and then I kind of got into my stroll a little bit and thought I was going to be a bachelor. Yeah. And then I was introduced to Ida, and just things changed. My perspective on everything changed, really, on love, on life, on, you know, what I want to do as regards to children, to marriage, and this business, you know, the whole of this game. She's a wonderful person, and I'm in love. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's the key. You know, to have someone who you can unwind with, someone you can go out to afterwards, and if things are going well or not going well, you can just say, this is what's happening, and let's just sit in bed together and watch some bad TV.
How often do you fall out with your missus?
Well, probably once a year we have a proper row. Right. And it's always about something stupid and petty and nonsensical, you know, and always afterwards...
And when did they start? Did you argue a lot at the beginning or not?
Well, my life's changed a lot. Like you see, I used to drink quite a lot, never like a problem, but like, hold on, it's my show, will you? Oh, you're good, Williams. Oh, you're good.
See what I did, the switcheroo?
Oh, that was like he was playing that thing. I didn't know where the ball was anymore. But no, you know, I've changed a lot, and, you know, it's... Just glad I've got someone I can talk to about it. But without her, I don't think I could have survived and stayed sane trying to do what I do. I don't think I could have done, and without my kids. And that's a lovely thing. You mentioned you changed your approach to family as well. Are you planning kids? Are you planning a family?
Yeah, yeah. You know, in the next couple of years.
So are you going to move back to the UK, or because you met in LA, and I know you have a kind of a life and you have a house, and of course the weather out there is hard to beat?
Well, you know, I did 7 years in Los Angeles and then got very nostalgic for England and the soul of the place and the people and the humour. And I was showing the missus Stoke-on-Trent on Google Earth. Well, this is what we do.
I can see, I bet she's just said, sell up, let's go. Come on.
She actually did. She was looking at it and she goes, you know what, this is so idyllic. Why don't we go there? I thought, I'll just show you first. So off we went to Stoke, and we had a couple of weeks there, and it was lovely, and the people were amazing, as they always are.
And you have real family and friends there, don't you?
Yeah.
I know you're a big part of the community there.
Yeah,
still as well.
you know, we were thinking about Babas and all that business, and we thought, you know, I thought, why don't we come back to England and give them an English, you know, accent and school them here and all that business, and she was right up for it. Then, so I bought this house, did the winter, and it was a novelty to the missus because she'd never had a winter before, and layers and coats and workings, and she actually doesn't speak like that. And then winter turned into spring,
Which comes about June, of course, doesn't it?
Yeah, so, and then, you know, you go, actually, I remember why I'm not here. And you just feel better in the sun.
I love being in the sun. I love waking up with the sun shining every day. Who doesn't? You're right, I can understand why you have... And if you have the person you love with you, then it kind of doesn't matter. Wherever you are is home.
Yeah,
really. OK, so you're back with now... It's wrong to call it a comeback, of course, because you weren't really on, but it kind of feels like that in a weird way. Does it feel that way for you at all?
It's kind of like the script's been written that it is a comeback. You know, and if the script then goes and it's a successful comeback and well done, then I'll be really happy. But
it's a great sound as well. I love the sound. It's kind of like you can feel that some of the lessons you learned or the things you experimented with on the last album are still here. And yet at the same time, it's more grown up. It's classier in a way. Yeah,
there's a definite A and B side. You know, there's a definite A side. It's a bit, you know, old me with, you know, a bit of a wiser head on. And there's the old the Rude Box kind of stuff is still there, but like
slightly
you say,
more cutting edge and
hopefully a bit more classier.
Yeah. Has the missus, and I'm calling the missus because I assume she will be properly, but she kind of is. Has she seen early Take That footage? Has she seen you in the early days? Because you were.
Yeah, that was one of the first things. That's one of the first things that I got out of the way. Really, was YouTube and the Do What You Like video. With the jolly and the mops.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought,
sadly, I know that oh too well. We've shown that a few times.
I thought, if she's OK with this, she'll be all right.
You said you'd bumped into the boys recently, or not bumped into, but you arranged to meet. You met up. Because last time I spoke to you, it seemed to me like that was never going to happen. But you've met up now. You've got talking again.
Yeah, the lads were over in Los Angeles and they were mixing the last album. And I got a few emails and a few texts and said, well, can we come up? Will you meet, you know?
Because they've always said the door's open.
Yeah. And, you know, I was very nervous about meeting them because there's like one of me, four of them. They'd been together for a couple of years, got to know each other again.
They weren't going to beat you up. You knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, but... You
could have taken two out anyway.
Yeah, they're all...
I mean, you could have taken Jason. Go for Mark as well. He's easy.
No, they're all pretty handy lads. You know, but they're all comfortable with each other, you know, and there's me coming in that said a few nasty things about, you know, Gary and da-da-da-da-da. And I nearly didn't go. And then I braved it, got on the car, went down to the hotel, and we had this big chat. And we laid all our cards on the table, you know, and it was the biggest weight off my shoulder that I didn't even know was there, you know, bitterness and resentment and anger, all of that just sort of slipped away and I was just left with four mates, really. And so much so, the next day they were coming up to my house again to sort of celebrate us all getting along. And I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll go out and I'll get this tattoo. Can you get that? So I got this tattoo done, which is the Take That symbol. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's what I thought. And they all came up to the house, and we were having a laugh by then, and they kind of got into the kitchen. They're all around the kitchen table, and I went, hey, lads, look what I've done. Look at this. And all of them, in sync, just went, oh, you knob.
Well, that's what you've been missing.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, well, it's a beautiful story, but man, how did they get the tattoo through your hair? It must be, it's like tattooing a chimp. Look at how you got that. So do you have to shave it off first?
Pretty manly man, that, isn't it?
Did they shave it first?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Have you got any tattoos?
I've got one up here.
What of?
You.
Oh, really? Well, wait, have you
I've got my wife's name up there.
Are you thinking of having any more?
What, wives? No, I'm going to still do something in 21 years. It's working. Have you talked about working together again? Have you jammed? Have you sung with them? Have you knocked any songs about and tried that yet?
Might have. Might have. We've got together and had a laugh and done bits and bobs, and it's very, I can't say much, but yeah.
Without saying too much, would there be a chance that we might see you guys together sometime in the not too distant future?
I hope so. I hope so. You know, there's it.
Let me ask just one thing before you move on. We don't have to waste no more. But you did the X Factor appearance, and there was speculation in the press afterwards that hang on, Robbie's fallen off the wagon again. He's looking a bit buzzy.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what's the situation there?
I get incredibly nervous these days, really, really nervous. And, you know, I've been thinking about the first thing back, and there's 14 million viewers, and it's kind of the centre of the universe at the moment.
It's a big, big deal.
Yeah.
And you must have been excited about meeting John and Edward as well. I mean, that would be
yeah, of course.
That would be a thing.
Oh, they're lovely lads, bless them. And, you know, and I was walking up to the stage, and I got the Rocky theme in my head, and I was going, oh, well, surprisingly enough, I'm not nervous. Brilliant. And then I got back behind this door that was opening, and then I just thought, what are the words? Oh my God! God gave me a sunshine, or did God give me a love line? What the hell did God give me? And then, which does that, and then the music started, and the doors didn't open. So I'm actually behind the doors trying to force my way out, which just completely and utterly set me off. And by the time I'd got to the mic and the words came out, you know, I just thought that I had to do a whole gig in 3.5 minutes, and I was incredibly, incredibly nervous. And that was, you know, it wasn't drugs or drink or anything. It was just deer in the headlights.
Now, you're going to perform for us this evening.
Yes, I am.
Before you do, I want to say thank you for this interview, because it was so lovely. And you know what? I felt like you seem so settled now, and I'm so pleased to see that. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Thank you.
But I've got a little challenge for Robbie here.
Go on,
if you feel up to it. OK, we've had some of the best live music you could ever see on TV on this show. We have some of the best bands. I know you're going to be great, so don't panic, and I'm going to make sure those doors open immediately, all right? I'm here on the other side. But we had the Killers on a while ago, and everyone talked to me about this, because they did not 1, not 2, not 3, they did 4 fabulous live numbers for us, OK? I want to see if you would raise the bar even higher.
5. Come on!
That's 5 numbers from Robbie. Now, here's what we're going to do. I knew Robbie would rise to the challenge. We've spoken to the BBC, and they've given us something very special. We can't put 5 songs in the programme, so we're going to put 2 in the show for you now, but press the red button and you will get the extra songs. So you'll be able to see all 5 of Robbie's songs, and then I will be joining him for 7 or 8 self-penned numbers afterwards, which we will perform acoustically into the early hours. OK, Robbie's going to perform for us live, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robbie Williams!
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
Robbie Williams. There you go. All right, then. Thanks to all my guests tonight, Robbie, of course. Jimmy Carr, ladies and gentlemen, who was terrific, and the wonderful Serena Williams. Next week, we've got another cracking lineup for you. We have comedian Michael McIntyre will be in here. You've got to love Michael.
Do one more. This is for Miss Williams. A request came in, and here it is. It's Angels. I sit away. Does an angel contemplate my fate? Do they know the places where we go when we're grey and old?
Hello, Gavin Shipman.
You all right, mate?
It's my dad. Dad,